Welcome back to Half A Hot Rods. We're going to be working on the 57 today, and we're going to do some body work with a rubber hammer and some pry bars and a crescent wrench and a cutoff wheel. So come on along, let's make this thing fit. Maybe finish welding up some of these holes that I left on this side, and then we got to figure out how to do the body work to bend that down and make the two touch each other. So I guess we just get to bending and grinding and cutting. Hey, what are you dogs doing? On the dog. Yeti. Okay, that's how much help they're going to be. Let's get going. This doesn't look too bad. In other parts, I made a mess.
Yeah, you did.
We're just working a little at a time, I guess. Help if I can see anything.
Oh, this again.
Yes, this again.
Are we making it worse or are we making it better? Might be making it worse. Can I turn the welder down anymore? I can turn down wire speed on the lowest heat. Turn the wire speed all the way down. See if we have better luck. Over in the middle, they're not too bad. Over here on the side, where everything's not perfect, it's less than ideal. We're going to give that a break. Let's do some body work. So we got to figure out exactly where to bend this. I think I got it all. Oh, it is all loose. So we just got to figure out where to fold it so that it matches to here. We also got to get that up where we want it. This still moves up and down a little. It'll touch over here, but it won't over there, I don't think. Yeah, this side's not going to touch. It might touch in the middle. Might, probably not. Need to get that floor up a little. What's funny is these curves almost match the outside curve of the cab. That's wild. A couple different choices here, either 2x4s or whatever that is. Funny thing is, this one's going to hit. We're just going to pry that out of the way because it's real close. Once again, I don't have enough hands for everything I need to do here. See, we're hitting a little here. That that almost looks pretty good. We're going to put a 2x4 on the other side and see what it looks like. It actually doesn't look too bad, does it? I don't know if the middle's flexing or not. Probably. Oh, yeah. But, yeah. Is that close enough to get some tacks on it? I don't know. That one's probably not. That one's definitely not. But could we get it there? I don't know. This one's close enough. And it's heavy enough. I think we could put a pretty good tack on there. Make that stay. Maybe. Maybe. Let's throw a tack on that and see what happens. We can always cut it and grind it off, right? I mean, I'm probably not gonna, but we could. Can we make the other side go back enough to touch it? I don't know. I'm betting because of the shape of this, it's not going to want to move much, but it might. If I had a way to clamp it, I feel like I could just push it back there and hold it. Or maybe I just push it back there and hold it. Brings it pretty similar to the other side. We'll just push that down and tack it, maybe. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. Don't worry about the gas tank under there, it's fine. Now we just got to figure out how to bend these sides over. Start welding on them, I guess. Cut this out, I suppose. It's not my best work, but it's not my worst work. Maybe we start on the passenger side, and that way, if I figure out how to do it better and prettier, I do it on the side I'll be looking at. Alright, pick up where we left off here, and I think the next closest place we have is these steps. So I'll figure out how to bend them where I want them, and then we'll get them bent and get some welding done. We'll cut our reliefs where, I don't know if you can see that, if you're going to be able to see it on camera, but this starts to drops to there, and then it flattens out again. So we'll have to make adjustments there. So I think we'll just cut a vertical here and here at the top and bottom of that slope, and then they'll bend separately. Yeah, but I got to figure out how to mark it in the right place along here, and then how to bend it consistently, like almost like having a sheet metal brake, but it's got to be attached to that. So I don't know if I'm going to do that with clamps and a piece of angle iron or what. I got to look around and see what I got. You guys stand by. How are we going to do this? cut it. Let's cut it here and here, and that way we know that part's done. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll figure out how to bend it. And maybe we'll start at the front, since I can visually see that. Yeah. Got me some new gloves without holes in them. It's weird. For now. I don't know how to do this other than just grab a hold of it and start bending. Where do we go? Across this way. Go this way and trim it down. And that way we can grab it a little better. Still more than we need. Better to cut a little bit at a time, right? It's a lot easier to cut more than to put it back. Yeah, if I was going to bend it towards me, then it would be easy. I could just clamp those on and go, but I have to go that way, which puts my clamping material in the way. That's not going to work the way I wanted it to. This is thicker than I thought it would be. Should still be able to bend it though, I think. Yeah, I think we're farther than we need now, which is okay. Now we just need to bend this over. Then we can trim it some more, tack it, and then we can try and make that as square as we want it. We're going to take just a little bit more off there. Just a little bit, not all of it. Okay, so now we just I'm not mad about the way that looks. What do you guys think? That's not terrible, right? I mean, considering they're 40 years apart and I'm an amateur. And we're going to cover some of that up with carpet and sound deadener and stuff someday. So, yeah, I mean this, if I can do that the rest of the way up, that won't hurt my feelings at all. And we'll clamp that when we weld it so that it doesn't make holes like the other side did. So the next spot's going to be right here at the top of the hill. Yeah. I let that dust build up on there so I could mark it with my finger, because professional. This one's got to reach farther in, so we got to be careful, make sure we leave enough. And then we'll have to make sure we cut out for these holes. I got threaded holes in here. I think those are for seats, OBS seats, so I think we want to keep those. Should have had just a piece of flat stock to start this brake with. I'd love to take this strap out of the way, but my worry is that the cab will move. I thought maybe I could start it with that, but I guess because this flexes, even if it's not perfect, we can push it back to where it matches the vertical. The most important part of this, I think, is that this vertical matches all the way across, right? Because the top is going to step. It has to match the newer cab. As long as this vertical is right, when we're done, we're okay. So even if our bend isn't perfect, it's still going to be okay. I think. Could just be talking out of my butt here. I don't know. I can't cut too much more off this or it won't reach. And I wish I had a crescent wrench with a deeper mouth, throat, whatever. Because then I could get my bend point further down. Thought I had a bigger crescent wrench. I probably do, I just didn't put it away. Or my kids didn't. They're going to get blamed. This is not their intended purpose, but let's try it. Should get us in about the right place. Man, I really did a nice job of cutting that, didn't I? Now I think since we've got it started, we can probably work it mostly with the hammer. Doesn't look as good as the other one. I could have done myself a lot better back here, but that mistake was made some time ago. Once again, I took off too much metal, and it's hard to put it back. So, I think what we'll do is we'll make a line on here. We'll cut this off better. And then to mark out where our holes are. And then we can finish working this. That's not good. This side's not bad, but the horizontal side's not good. Yeah, so let's make a better line across here, kind of like we have over here, and then we will make sure we've got clearance for our holes. And yeah, we'll go from there, see what that does. This wall is about where I want it. Just have to figure out how to hold it all together while we weld it. Holes. So the holes are right there to there. And there to there. Not the best tool for this job. There's something I didn't give enough thought to. How am I going to get over here? Oh, that's not ideal. It's fine. Everything's going to be fine. So much for a nice straight cut. Top of that's ripply, but the facing part when you open the door is not. So I'm not super upset about it. This one's going to be more complicated because it's on a slope. So we need to cut some off of this. How much did we leave? Finger? 2 fingers? Let's go that there. That there. park in here. Don't get excited. And we cut that and we lean it over. But the problem is it's going to want to twist, right? Or will it bend here? It should bend there. In which case, it should, if it bends there, yeah, then that should be a straight line across. Yeah. Geometry and stuff. Don't let people tell you won't ever use that math again, because you might have to use it for important stuff like trucks. Or jobs, I guess. Whatever. Some nice sharp corners, so that's good. That way I can cut myself on those. And yeah, I think we just give her the old croissant wrench treatment and see where it goes. Probably should go a little bit at a time. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. I knew this thing was going to move one way or the other so that I wouldn't end up with that overlap. I was going to trim it out, but I didn't because I wasn't sure which end to cut it off. Okay, we'll trim it now. People that know what they're doing know which way that metal is going to move so they can predict it and adjust accordingly. Okay, I'm not upset with that. We are going to cut that across there because it'll bug me, not because it makes a difference, just because it'll bug me. I tell you what, I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to grind and clamp and weld that hog, because this is what I was worried about. And once we get these welded up and covered up, it's going to look pretty okay. Just think about how that's going to look when we get it all welded up. Like it should have been that way. I got the big hammer. I mean, that's where it wants to rest. So why push it around? Might need to get something under the edge of this floor pan, because you can see it wants to move a little, just to help stabilize it while we're welding. But yeah, I am not unhappy with that at all. Makes me pretty happy. Took a lot of the bounce out, didn't it? I think I want a little more relief around this bolt hole like I did over here though. This isn't exactly what I was hoping for. I've I've got some tacks that aren't bad, but then when you get down here on this end, I'm just burning through the upper part. So I've turned it down just a touch more, which is as low as it will go, and we'll come back and try it again here in a minute. I'm going to fit the other side, and then, yeah, then we'll come back and do some more tacks on this side. I left this behind so I had something to weld to when I put the step in. Now it's going to cause me a problem here. Cool. I don't know what to do. Been a lot easier to cut that out when the step wasn't in there yet. Apparently that metal isn't as good as I thought it was. Probably going to have to go under the truck to get that one. The problem is every one of these has more gap than I want, and I don't really know how to make it better, so we're going to clean it up a little bit and then beat on it with a hammer some more to try and close it up. And then I guess we'll just hold. And then I guess we'll just hold on to it while I tack it and hope for the best. all these move just a little. That one moves just a lot. I think we just got a whole bunch of tacking and grinding and tacking and grinding and tacking and grinding. And then, you know, that part will be done. What are you doing, Shania? Because this side, it's, I mean, considering who's doing it, it's not terrible. So we'll do a whole bunch more of that and then we'll come back and get you. Well, I'm back. You really didn't miss much except for I tried something I saw some guys on the YouTube and on TV do. You know, you hold your welding piece together with a hammer handle, and well, these two tried to catch on fire. And then oddly enough, my short memory, I decided to just tuck that hammer under my arm, so I have a little burn to remember it by. But yeah, I guess if that's the worst we get today, we're doing all right. Okay, so I think I got both sides welded in. They're not pretty, they're not great, but they are, I think they're pretty solid. And once I get a little carpet in there, you'll never know the difference. Well, last week we started making the 97 and the 57 cabs one, and this week they're really one. So we got more welding done on the front. We got the steps formed to the 97 cab, and I'll be honest, I'm pretty happy with the way that came out. I know it's not professional level finish work, but well, one, we're not finished yet. And two, I'm not a professional. So I'm overall pretty happy with this and how it came out. I should have put something in those bolt holes to keep all the little welding marbles out of them, but you know, that would just make life easier, and apparently I like to do things the hard way. We appreciate you coming back and watching. If you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, come back for more. We're going to be successful with this one day or another. Eventually, we'll get there. We're trying to put in a full day each week and just see how that goes. So, again, as always, I appreciate you watching. Remember, if I can do it, you can do it. We'll see you next time.